Hi, my name is Emily Heron and I am a high school sculpture teacher. I'm going to show you a really fun, easy introductory clay assignment, and it is a ceramic rattle. It's really fun. The students can be creative and it kind of gives them a basis of how clay and ceramics works. You can give them a theme or you can let them be imaginative on how they want to create things. I have a step-by-step instructions worksheet that you can give out to your students, as well as you can show them the middle of this video so that you can, show them how to do this. It's really easy, really fun. I'll show you some options on how to glaze it later. All right, let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is make your ball round, and then you're going to stick your thumb 3/4 of the way in to your ball using a scooping motion. Like I show, you are going to slowly kind of pinch using your hand and your thumb, hollowing out the inside, keeping the opening as small as possible. You can smooth out any big cracks that are forming, but you don't really have to worry about how pretty it looks until the very end. You want to make sure the inside is smooth and it's ballooning outward so that you're creating thinner walls. You don't want them too thin, but you want them thick enough and thin enough that it is supportive. You want to make sure the inside is very round and smooth. This will get you the best sound with your rattle. You want to make sure that the thickness isn't too thick, maybe less than 1/4 of an inch, but I wouldn't go any thicker than that. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take some paper towel and you're going to start making little small rattle beads. These are about the size of dehydrated Orbeez or a little pea, and I make about 15 or so for a rattle. Then you're going to take your paper towel and you're going to wrap them each individually. You don't need a lot of paper towel. This just makes sure they don't stick. If you want to make the beads ahead of time, that's great. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take a little slab of clay and you want it to be the same thickness as the inside of your rattle. And you're going to score both the opening of your balloon and you are going to score the top part. And you need to remember, always add slip. If you don't add your slip, your pieces are going to fall off. You're going to make sure it's nice and slipped very well. And then you're going to take the top piece and smoosh it down a little bit so that you see some of that slip come out. You're then going to pinch down, and this is going to help seal in that air. You actually do want some air in your rattle at the moment. So you're going to go around sealing it in. And then you have basically made a clay balloon. As you do that, you are going to then smooth it out. And this is where you can start creating. I decided to create a little skull because I do this a lot for Day of the Dead. It's pretty easy. This one's a little bit of a cartoon skull. Just kind of making all the features, the eyeballs, carving out the nose, making the mouth. And the last thing you want to make sure that you do is you poke your hole so that all that air can vent. Make sure that your students write their initials and what period you have you, and then it is ready to dry out to be fired. Once they have been fired, you have a couple options on how you want to decorate them. They will rattle if they are done correctly. I have about a 95% chance that they will work out correctly if the students don't put them each individually in a paper towel. The beads can stick to the side of the inside and then it is very hard for them to dislodge. You might be able to whack them a couple times and dislodge them, but that's why we have the paper towels. It will burn off. But here is some ideas on how to decorate them. You can either, do the traditional underglaze with a clear coat, which makes them very nice and pretty. At my old school, we didn't have that in the budget. So what we would do is we would paint them with acrylic paint, and then I would take a clear coat and spray a clear coat on them to make them all nice and shiny so they look like they have that glaze. But they're really cool. My last group that did it was my sculpture class, and they were really fun. They did not have a theme. They were able to make whatever they wanted, and it's really fun to see what they make. I had one who got inspired by the skulls. I had one who did the underglaze but no top glaze, and so it's matte, and they are all fun and lovely. So I hope that helps. Again, I have that resource for you, and good luck.